Introduction.
Like
Yeah.
Alright, well, it's recording now.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
This is now officially Clown to Clown Communication.
Is that the name? Is that what we're going with?
Until we vote on a better name.
Alright.
It was unanimous.
Oh wait, I gotta put the shades on.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
the only way to get started. Alright, shades are on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
how will we decide what we talk about? Well, we gotta be current events. I forgot.
Current events. Anything. Eventually, if we get people, I would love to do some like Q&A type stuff.
Yeah.
What do you mean Q&A? Who's asking the questions?
The people.
The people.
They're asking questions about what?
Anything.
We should probably do like every certain amount of episodes. We do like a special.
What kind of special?
Like whether it be like a Q&A
yeah, fruity
or like something different.
okay,
We
yeah.
gotta do something different.
Yeah, yeah. But right now we don't have any Qs. We can't have any A's.
Facts.
That's the number one thing right now.
So.
But that's my dog. But nah, like if I mean at a certain point I feel like I've seen one podcast that does like they'll do a type of episode where they have like a guest on and they'll do like a full length talk and whatnot like you normally see. And they have like cruise the internet is what it's called, where they like put stuff on screen, they cruise the internet and talk about it. And then they have Q&A.
Oh, isn't it like those Twitch streams that's like just chatting?
What do you mean? Like a Q&A type thing?
No. Are you talking about like...
No, I'm talking about one of the podcasts I seen I listened to.
Oh, you're talking about that specifically.
Yeah. That's how they do it, but something like that. Yeah, just current event, whatever's on the mind, right?
Yeah.
Wait, have you ever watched like Moist Critical?
Moist Critical?
Moist Critical. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I know you've talked about him before.
You never seen him? He's from Tampa.
Is it really? What do you do?
He's like one of the streamers who just talks about like basically podcast streaming.
Oh, weird.
So I just didn't know.
But yeah, I guess since we're starting, we should probably address what our goal is here.
It is, well, I think we said the other day, we were like, so for like the people that are like us but don't have like-minded people in their environment, it's just so they can have that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I feel that, yeah.
ability to have that community without having to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like an environment of like people who also think about things.
Yeah. Because it's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Because I guess like we are lucky to have people that we can talk to about things.
For real, yeah.
In like a more advanced way. Because I know like, I imagine if I'd end up at any of the other schools that I had thought of. What a different world I'd be living in. It'd be terrible.
No. Like, before I met y'all, I thought I was the problem. Like, I don't know what it was. Like, I was just like, maybe, like, there's something wrong with my brain.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It was crazy. It's crazy. I definitely didn't think I was smart, though. I was just like, I don't know what I thought. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, so, on that note, we should talk about, like, what was the time that y'all realized, like, you were built different, you know, like what was that moment where like you woke up?
Yeah. Alright, tell us, you can go first.
Oh, I gotta think about it. Actually, kind of like around like middle school, like I just realized like people really don't care, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like that kind of leads into the thinking part, because it's like they don't think enough to care about anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it kind of just like, it at the time it frustrated me. And I was just like always like asking questions like, yo, why is life like this? Like, why, you know, like why do I have to be broke and this and that? And I'm just always thinking. And then when I would go and ask other people those questions, they would have no idea. Like they never thought about it before.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like, yeah. That, I used to ask a lot of questions and like nobody else did it. And I'm just like, yo, what the hell?
Yeah.
I think for me, it was definitely like coming into like 7th grade and just that whole period of time.
7th grade, really?
7th grade, yeah, because I know 6th grade, it was something over the summer between 6th and 7th grade. Because I would look back at 6th grade and the years before, and I was like, man, I'm such a loser. I was this cringe kid, and all this, like, I just repeat myself.
You're still a cringe kid. You're just different now.
Hey, shut up, Dave. Right, but like, yeah, I just looked at myself as like a loser, So I came into 7th grade, and I was like, all right, it's gonna be different, And it was, looking back, it's super weird, like that self-awareness, like how I like started developing.
Yeah.
And then throughout 7th grade, I just started like trying to understand how to develop my personality better and just understanding things.
Yeah.
And it's like those small steps from realizing that I wanted to be different into
Yeah.
actually becoming different.
Right. Yeah.
I think that kind of like it was not really a point where like it just hit me. I don't remember that, but like a bunch of small steps into it.
Yeah.
That is facts. It was like very gradual.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't really like a peak day. Like I woke up like, yo, I'm a god. Nah. But yeah.
No, I feel like up to a certain point I had like a really gradual thing, but really it was really recently actually, like in the past year I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Because what happened was I was on this ADHD kick. I was convinced that I had ADHD and I was broken in some way, right?
Yeah.
So I kept, like, I went to the doctors and everything, and then took the test, and they're like, no, you're not ADHD. There's nothing. I mean, you're fine. And I was like, what? And then so I was in this place of just like grabbing onto something that would prove that I am broken in some way, and then like I stopped thinking about like what to call it, and I was like, wait, it doesn't matter if what you diagnose it with, the problem is there, so at the end of the day, like I was like, dang, it doesn't matter, I just need to fix the problem. And then from that point forward, I feel like I just looked at everything differently, like I just had this mentality of like,
I think I even mentioned something like that to you once when you were talking about ADHD. And I was like, it doesn't matter what you call it, bro.
Nah, it was super strange point for me.
I saw this.
I'm still friends with Rachel.
Yeah, I remember that weird time.
I saw this one YouTuber. He was like, his name is Taekwondo, and he was like, there's just people always talking about like overthinking, and he's like, there's nothing wrong with overthinking. You're just overthinking about the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, right now, I'm overthinking right now. I'm just overthinking on how I can make $1 million.
Yeah.
That was good. I think that like changed my perspective too on like, cause my brain is like always on, and it's like annoying, but it's only annoying because I'm not using it in the right way.
Right. Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah.
No, like I know when we get a super weird problem in robotics, I just can't let it leave my mind. Yeah, or like when the shitbox breaks again, and it's just like this strange problem that I have no idea what's going on. It'll just be bounced around in my head for ages until I figure it out. But because of that, like I figure out a whole lot quicker than most people would. I also just realized I said the woman's name. I probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that too.
Yeah, we gotta censor ourselves now.
Forgot about that.
But
wow, it is now 5:00.
Does it do that every hour?
Good for us.
Every hour, yeah.
I hate that, actually.
Cry about it.
I can't imagine why you'd want a clock that does that. Like, imagine.
I don't know, man.
Imagine you got a TV that just yells at you every hour.
Does anybody watch TV anymore?
Personally, I don't.
Not like streaming platforms, but like actual TV.
Actual, like,
I do.
sports.
I do when I'm in idle mode, like when I'm waiting for something else.
Yeah.
Like if you say you'll be ready in half an hour, then I might sit down and watch just some random show for half an hour.
I don't even. Well, I do know why I said 20 minutes. But what I was doing didn't last 20 minutes, so I was like,
Oh, it's okay. That is the best of us.
So yeah.
Listen, you don't have to be embarrassed.
Listen.
You know yourself better than anyone else, so there's nothing to be ashamed of.
I was on Apex. I was not jumping. It's crazy. Nah, I was in the middle of a match when you called me, and I was like, we were balling. I didn't think we were gonna die. I thought we were gonna win, and then my teammate got trapped in a storm. I was like, oh yeah. So then that's when I texted. I was like,
You know, I think it's a good metaphor for life.
Oh, you're tying that into life.
Yeah, because you know sometimes you're going through life and you think everything's great, you're balling, and then you know some shit happens, and then you're like, oh, that didn't take as long as I thought.
oh, that's facts.
I'm 14. This is deep.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's deep.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I also just realized we never mentioned anything about ourselves.
Oh,
We're just three random dudes at this point.
but look though.
Is this what we're gonna use officially as our first episode?
I'm gonna act like it is.
I think it'd be funny.
I think it would be funny.
It'd be a good start.
Well, how about like, you know,
At least to have it listed. So
we
can look
have
back
like
on it
we have
later.
like an official first episode, and then maybe like one day we release this as like, you know.
But this could be like a.
Yeah.
This could be like our preseason.
Yeah, the
preseason, yeah.
This is our
pre-episode, like the summer league,
Yeah.
No, this is our pilot, man.
Yeah.
This is our pilot episode.
But look though. All right, so we should, because we are like three totally different people. Like we barely have anything in common.
That's racist.
So I think it would be interesting so they know like the differences between us.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I feel like it's a good point to bring out. Yeah,
So I think
No,
we should-
that is true. I don't think
should
about it all the
first
time.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
so different.
it's kind of crazy.
It's just really the only thing that's we're like similar is like
Yeah.
the school we go to, and we all think pretty similarly.
Not even.
Or not, we don't even think similarly. We all have like
We just don't get mad at each other.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
no, we
It's-
all like respect the way we think.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't respect the way you think sometimes.
Sometimes you'll say something and in the moment I'll agree with it and then I'll think about it later and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, me? Like what?
Yeah.
Like what?
I can't think of anything right now.
My biggest thing is like there'll be time like with the whole goal thing. Like there'll be times you're like, no, you have to have a goal, and if you're not going towards a goal, your life is meaningless. I'm
Well,
like, well,
yeah,
I don't know
because-
about that. I'm just chilling right now. Like,
that is true. Well, that's still a goal.
I understand, I get it.
I'm just, you know.
I don't
It's just
know.
like it's kind of absurd. You know what I'm saying? Like if you truly want to feel accomplished in life, and like if that's the way that you feel accomplished, then that's, you know what I'm saying.
yeah,
But not everybody needs that. So
I just feel like
You're just thinking about it differently.
yeah, like we're doing the same thing. We're just thinking about it differently, and
I'm just
that's why
using-
your thinking pissed me off sometimes. He's like,
I'm just
me
using it-
enjoying high school isn't my goal. It's just what I'm trying to do. You know,
Which is a goal, though.
it's sort of a goal, but
you just don't
like,
want to call it a goal.
to me, a goal is like I'm going to do this by this date. I'm going to do this to do it.
achieve happiness on Wednesday.
Yeah, like that's a goal to me.
Yeah.
But what I was talking about, like I'm
I'm just using
Yes.
different words.
yeah, same endpoint, just different color of line.
So what do we like?
Just looks different.
Do we tell them like our hobbies or like what are we letting them know?
No, they don't care.
How are they gonna know that we're different?
We'll figure it out.
Oh, okay, so
You see, that's all I'm saying. This should be like the preseason episode, you know? We
Nah,
should-
it'd be good to look back on. Like imagine
Yeah,
those
that's
big YouTubers if they go back to their first video, but then they never posted their first video, so they can't look back on it. You know?
see, they're too scared to be embarrassed.
Honestly,
Who's
I don't know.
don't be a little bitch.
I'm not being a little
You're
bitch.
being a little bitch.
Yo.
I'm just saying it would look better if we had like not a total
I don't want to look good.
mess as our first episode.
I do not want to look good. I want to look
You
real.
think our first episode is supposed to be like professional and all? I think the first
Nah.
episode is.
We've already fumbled with the mics.
All right.
Yeah.
Trying to get us a new soundboard.
Hey man, I'm not buying a new soundboard.
You not buying a new soundboard?
No way. Damn. Oh, this is a brand new soundboard. That was $200.
Well, the new one's only 100. It's okay. You can trade it in.
And that is a good
He said
soundboard.
trade it in.
That's a good soundboard. I'm not gonna buy some shitty soundboard.
It's alright. It's not like, whoa. It's
yeah,
alright.
Like for $100 with more soundboards now.
Nah, because they don't get you you get like a gain knob and like a EQ for each channel. Anyways. You know, I think I put in an application today. I think I'm gonna start trying to do some what is it? Grubhub in my free time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grubhub.
Or not Grubhub. It's not Grubhub. It's not. Maybe it was Uber Eats. It's not Uber Eats. Damn, I can't remember where I put in it.
Oh, it's probably what is it called? I don't remember.
Oh, it was
Postmates.
Postmates. Definitely not. I don't even know what that is.
It's like Uber Eats.
DoorDash. That was it. DoorDash. I put in a DoorDash. They're not all the same actually. DoorDash drivers get paid on average like $3 an hour more than anyone else.
What is Postmates?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's super strange. But you get an average like I think like $8 to $10 per delivery, which like isn't really much, but you can do it on your schedule. And if I do, 2 deliveries for $8 each, then that's a meal,
Yeah, paying for your meal by delivering other people's meals.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, like right now, it seems like a really economical thing to do. Cause like if I need to eat somewhere but I don't have the money, I can just go do a couple DoorDashes and then I have money now.
I think I'm gonna start doing film acting. Cause I found this thing called Backstage. And it's basically the same thing that I'm already doing. Like I'll be doing shows, but I'm gonna be getting paid.
Oh yeah.
So it's pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna try it. Probably next year. Whenever I don't have shows with the school, I'm gonna like do them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to like schedule them during my free time. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah. Ooh, good shit.
Yeah, I think I have way more time because I won't be like in choir and doing.
While you're in SBC or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't be doing choir and theater. It'll just be theater, so that'll be pretty good. I wonder if they do have a choir. No.
Should we say we're going to college?
I mean,
Were you thinking the same thing?
Yeah.
y'all already said earlier that, like, we were in. Remember, you was like, I don't go to school to be happy, but you didn't say just school.
Did he say D?
Nah, but he said
Well,
like,
you
what
just
type
did.
of school that
I
even
just
was.
did, but like, it's right inside.
Did we? I don't know.
Are you gonna edit it out?
No, of course our first episode's not gonna be edited. That defeats the purpose of the first episode.
Like, you already said Rachel.
No, I didn't.
You didn't? Alright, you didn't.
You're imagining that. Don't
You're
gaslight me.
I'm gaslighting myself too, I guess.
So wait, will we promote this?
Where?
I probably will promote it on my channel.
I was gonna say, yeah, word of mouth.
Cause, like, why would I not promote it on my YouTube channel?
We should promote it to people that we don't go to school with.
Yeah.
Cause I'm not trying to get wedgied.
Wedgie. I guess.
I don't know. Maybe like
Like, who wants smoke?
I don't want to smoke.
I do.
Oh, you said want smoke or want
Yeah,
to
who
smoke?
wants smoke with us? Like, I'm not scared of nobody at our
You're just
school.
saying you don't want to smoke or what?
I'm not scared of nobody at our school. Probably like,
Bro,
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not scared of nobody because nobody wants to fight me right now. Like I wouldn't be scared
who
of.
would fight this over? Who would fight us over this? What are you trying
I'm
to
not
say?
saying nobody would fight us. I'm just saying like this is the type of shit that people would get bullied for back in the day. You know.
so.
Who cares?
I'm just saying.
I feel like you care too much about that. Like I was gonna buy a shirt.
Says you.
I was
You want to know?
You were talking about like I don't want to post
no, because we're saying
it out.
no, because we're saying stuff like Rachel and like that stuff that we can't have, and you're saying you want to have it edited. So like
No.
that's
That
what
was
I'm saying,
I mean, you could just
realistically.
blank the name out, or like you can do a voiceover and just change the name.
Yeah, something like
Like you
that.
could speak over the name, so they. Won't know.
You know how it is.
We can do
See,
that.
you didn't just say what you
But
said.
You said you wanted to keep it unedited.
I mean, yeah, I want to keep it edited.
But
It was a soft drop. It's okay because it didn't really mean anything.
Yeah, but now all of this conversation we're having about it.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like we're just making it worse.
I mean, I guess. Yeah.
No, but like the other day I went to Old Navy. I was gonna buy this shirt, right? And it said like "make waves" or something like that. And James was like, "Nah, don't buy that shirt. People make fun of you. Like they'll probably say something like, oh."
Nah, cause it was just this random ass design. It was just like make waves. I'm like,
Yeah,
dude,
but I was
I would
like-
roast you for that. If I saw you walking by and I heard you speak, I would roast you for that.
Nah, no one at school pays attention to that shit, bro.
Bro, James, you're just a hater, bro.
You're for real.
I have a hater mentality towards myself, and because of that, I know what the haters think.
Oh yeah.
Like, I just do what I want.
Like I told you, like,
And even then, realistically, no one at the knee is gonna be paying attention to other people's shirts and being like, oh.
It's like, they'll make fun of your shirt,
I-
and then, like, 3 seconds will go by, and they'll forget that you ever existed.
yeah, you're right. Nah, I have.
And it was like a blue shirt. Like, I don't have a shirt like that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna buy it. And then you were like, no. I was like,
You
alright.
could have bought it. See, the fact that you cared about what I said means that the haters would have stopped you. They would have brought you down.
Oh my god.
I told you I didn't like it, and you didn't buy it.
Yeah,
This
because
is
I was gonna buy
evidence.
other shirts, so I was like, whatever, man. It's money not spent. I'm not gonna cry about it.
Ethan, you're influenced by society.
Honestly.
I want you to know that.
Bro, we're all influenced by society. Don't say that.
Nah, man, I'm a trailblazer.
I don't know.
Towards my own path.
You're a totally free thinker.
Totally free thinker.
Totally unbiased thinker.
Unbiased.
I think I'm pretty free thinker.
It's the difference between being a free thinker and unbiased.
I think I'm a three thinker.
Unbiased to what?
Everything.
Like, what am I biased to?
Yo, mama.
Your influences.
I don't know. Everyone's biased to something because
Yeah.
we're human.
We
What's
have
my
to be.
influence?
So that's one thing, actually, to change the subject a little bit, that's one thing that I actually hate about, like, news outlets.
Mm-hmm.
All this stuff will be saying, like, oh, we're unbiased. Like, bro, no one's unbiased. Don't even try to, like,
Well,
hide it.
I mean, I think that has to do with more the language they use.
It still annoys me. It makes me, that's one of the reasons I don't watch any news. Because they just, like...
I don't know. It doesn't make me. I think there's that a news source could say they're unbiased because just because you're covering a certain story doesn't mean you have to be use biased language in the story.
Every language is biased.
That's not. There's
There is
objective
no-
language.
Yeah, but that's still a bias.
Wait, what are we talking about? I like zoned out for a second. Language is bias? What?
There's biased
I'm
language.
talking about like news outlets.
Like, you using biased language. Like, all language has a certain bias. You can't evade bias. There's a certain innate human
No,
bias that exists.
You can
You're
say
bugging.
I'm not bugging because, like, it depends on the information you select.
if there's a car crash, right? We use the site teachers example. If a car crashes, right, you could say that one news outlet could say the car obliterated the pedestrian, and another news outlet could say the car bumped into the pedestrian. A totally unbiased news outlet would say the car collided with the pedestrian at a speed of 15 miles per hour. That's unbiased language.
It's just facts. Cold, hard, bars. Oh, no.
No, but there's still a level of bias within the selection of the information that's presented. Even if you're presenting only what happened, there is still other information that you could have selected, or there is timing that you could have decided to time this with. There's other variables that do impact.
So you believe
Whatever.
that there is no situation where a statement can be unbiased?
I sort of agree with what you're saying,
I just think
but you're being super anal about it.
my point is just that the point shouldn't be that there's unbiased. Don't put your shoes in here. Alright, anyway, the point is that
We
it's
can
not,
edit that part out.
the point is that it's not that the goal should be unbiased. It should be objective.
Yes.
That's my point. Like, regardless of whether unbiased can or can't exist, that's just an argument over semantics.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like,
Right.
that's just an anal thing.
Right. Like, my point is that shouldn't be the goal at all anyway. It should just be for objective news.
That's what they mean. It's just not what they say.
Well, yeah, and that's why I don't watch them.
Wow.
Because it's all super biased anyway. Come on,
But
but
if
you can't tell me there's a news outlet right now that is projecting.
I like Associated
Objective
Press
news.
actually. They're pretty good.
Who?
Associated Press
Associated Press, yeah. They're like top 3 ranked
ranked by who?
by
This sounds like the U.S. News and
by
World.
multiple websites actually.
By multiple websites.
Because I did
that's
some
all
research. I
garbage.
was trying to find some good news sources that didn't have a lean.
That doesn't
and
exist,
on
bro.
multiple review websites. Like, it was like like TED's Tech Review or something, like just random stuff. But they also had Associated Press was pretty good. It very, very lightly leans left on occasion, but
What about
overall,
Nah, they're all pretty. Because all the news in the country is controlled by similar people, like-minded people. Because they're all the elite groups are all friends.
you think so?
Oh, I count on that.
Yeah, it's like
100%.
Democrats and Republicans only exist in our reality. Like,
Yeah,
they don't care.
they all go to the same party. They all go to the same parties in DC.
Oh well, yeah, but what if there's a news source that's not owned by big politics?
But they're
And that news source is not a big news source.
Why is that?
Why is that? Because if they're a big news source, then that CEO of that company would be a pretty big CEO, and then he would get in touch with all the other CEOs, and now you have a group of CEOs who are all friends with each other because they're all elite CEOs.
What if your CEO wasn't like that? What if his vision was directly to prevent that from happening?
Like, if
Then
I
that
became
news would
a
be. I'd
news-
imagine that news there'd be an obvious difference in what they're projecting than what other people are projecting.
What if they're not projecting anything?
They're projecting something. Everyone is projecting something, James.
I mean, like it's like the unbiased thing, What if there's just not lean to it? They simply construe facts to the public.
Right, but then my point is also that there's a. You can present facts as they are to the public, but then there's also the selection of those facts,
Sure. Yeah.
and that definitely does occur because that's one of the
Oh, well, yeah.
that's one of the big problems with journalism today, or one of the big criticisms is that they're not investigating things as thoroughly. They're only presenting the facts they want to find.
Yeah.
It's like I watched this video from Matt Pat, right?
Yeah.
Years ago, he came out with a video on a deep dive in whether or not video games is really linked with violence, right? Because that was like a big topic in 2016.
Oh yeah.
So he actually did a full in-depth video where he analyzes everything, right?
Yeah.
And he mentions in the video that he was afraid to do this video for a while because he was afraid of what he might find, right?
Interesting.
Because he was like, well, if it is linked, then obviously, it's like the ego thing, right?
Yeah.
You're afraid to do something because it might damage yourself.
Sure. Yeah. And that's like his whole career.
Right. So then, similarly with the media, journalists will, even if it's not purposefully, right, on a subconscious level, they might avoid certain things, right, giving the full benefit of the doubt.
I guess so. Yeah.
So, and especially when all these journalistic schools they all have the same philosophies. So if you have all these journalists who are being taught to do journalism in a very specific way,
Yeah.
then you're going to have an entire world full of journalists with the same mentality and therefore the same bias for information, which is why I don't watch the news. I let things come to me through osmosis. Which is not. I'm not saying that's the ideal way to do things. I'm not saying that's the ideal way to do things.
You sound like Illuminati.
I'm just lazy and I don't want to look at the news, so I just let people tell me the news.
So, what are we gonna do for the current events? One of us gotta be on Twitter.
I mean, you can get on Twitter. I'm not getting on Twitter. No way.
I feel like
Twitter is adjacent to dark web.
It's a warland.
my parents are on Twitter, and I get I that's through osmosis.
Osmosis, yeah.
Right,
Okay.
I get all the information seeping through me, which is when sometimes I'll mention you. Oh, did you hear about this?
Yeah.
That's how I found out about that stuff.
But your parents are on working class Twitter.
No, my dad's super into the politics side of Twitter, deep into it.
They're also not working class.
They're not working class. Well, they're doctors, right? My bad. I forgot. My bad.
Look at the
No, I
room
mean,
we're in right now.
You know what I mean? People that work, and that's just what they do. They work. What else do your parents do? Are they in clubs?
No, they just work.
See what I'm saying?
Philanthropy, philosophy.
They're in the working Twitter. That's what they do. That's their life.
What's your point?
They're there's other sides to Twitter. There's this thing called Black Twitter. Oh, it's
Black
crazy.
Twitter?
It's crazy.
Is it
There's
Blitter?
NBA Twitter. There's you know what I'm saying, the gaming.
Gay Twitter.
Yeah, it's a whole nother world.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
No, you're right.
I don't know if I want to explore that.
No, I feel like if we're gonna do this, if we're gonna do current event stuff, we have a responsibility to stay better informed, so that we can have opinions.
Well, I mean, I listen to the news every morning.
That's not enough, though.
You just went off on this whole thing about how you don't watch the news
I don't watch
because.
it, but I listen to it because it comes through my
Oh
Google.
my goodness.
Well, I kind of forgot about it at the moment, but like every morning, because with my alarm clock, I have the Google thing.
No,
So
I mean,
just
I'm
runs
talking
through,
about more than that.
like CNN and whatever, just super basic stuff.
I'm talking about more than that.
I'm in the little YouTube niche. I'm up to date with the YouTube news. I watch all the little dramas.
No, but it's funny
feel
with
like we should be-
the Google thing. CNN will talk about one thing that happened in the world, and then all the other outlets will just give their same exact take on that one thing. So at the end of the day, all I've learned is like the alien thing. Remember the alien thing?
Yeah.
That's all. Like CNN was like aliens.
There's
And
aliens.
and then Fox News is like aliens, and then whatever the other ones, they were all like aliens.
Wow.
Wait, I need like context.
Talking about like the balloon thing.
No, there was like some balloon thing that got shot down in like Canada or something. Some
Yeah,
crap like that.
I meant to look further.
Everyone started talking about it right around the time that train got derailed. Remember that in Ohio? You didn't hear or no? Yeah, it was Ohio. You didn't hear about the train getting derailed in Ohio?
Nah.
East Palestine, Ohio. So there was a chemical waste train that was carrying a bunch of stuff out of, well, I don't know where it's coming from. It was in East Palestine, Ohio. It was like the east edge of Ohio. And the train derailed, and then the cops came along and did a controlled burn on it. And they burned all the chemicals.
Yeah.
And there was this huge, like, mushroom. There was, like, black smoke and everything. It was super
And a bunch of
nasty.
media outlets avoided talking about it. So instead of talking about that, my feeling is that they started talking about aliens instead.
Yeah, I heard a guy talking about a theory that, like, he thinks they derailed the train to try to distract us from the balloons, and it didn't work. I was like, no, that's unlikely. I think they launched the balloons to distract us from the fact that they just burned a bunch of chemicals.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? There's a reference to that in the show that I just did.
What do you mean?
Because they were
The
talking.
train?
No, about the weather balloons.
Oh, yeah, probably because it was
Oh,
a
yeah.
current event thing. Yeah, they
They
probably
were
just threw it
talking
in there.
about weather balloons and how people think they're UFOs, but there was actually aliens in Area 51 in the show.
Yeah.
Right,
It was
right.
pretty good. It was pretty good. That's cool.
No, that's like a theory that people have been having for a while.
Oh, yeah, it's a really common thing. People will see, like, a UFO and they'll be like, oh, it's a weather balloon. Like, that's a super thing. People make jokes about it all the time because it's so common.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Especially in, like, Nevada and whatnot, where Area 51 is.
Yeah, because this
People
show
will, like,
was
see
written
something.
back in like 2016.
Yeah.
So that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, but I think there were a total of, like, 3 balloons that were just flying around, and we shot them down.
What?
And the funny thing is, no one, like, they still won't say what it was. They just said it was a balloon. I think they said it was, like, a spy balloon from China or something like that.
From China?
Oh, well, that was the
Different
first
people
one.
had- the first one?
Yeah, the first one was from China, because China came out and made a statement about how it was theirs and that it's a weather balloon.
Oh, yeah, that's
But
right.
it was
that was over, like, New Mexico or something like
Yeah,
that.
no, it was over. They found it over like the Midwest,
Yeah.
and then Biden neglected to shoot it down until it was over the Atlantic,
Yeah.
where they couldn't recover it.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear? I think I might have mentioned it to you, James, but when Donald Trump was in office, there were 3 weather balloons that apparently flew over the United States from China. Except at the time, the guy who was in charge of the Pentagon, I think it was General Mattis, he didn't tell Trump.
Wow, good for him. Does he still have a job?
That's treason.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Did they put on Trump?
He did
I
tell
just
Trump
gotta
because he was
neglect to say
afraid
that.
Trump would react in some way. So
Some
then,
type of way.
Yeah, some type of way, right? So Trump did fire him eventually.
Good.
They didn't put him on trial. He just got fired.
No, never got. Trump didn't even know about it. They just got leaked recently. Or I don't know if Trump knew about it, but got leaked very recently.
No. Stuff like that makes me mad though, cause like, not him getting fired, but how like they won't say what they actually are, cause at the end of the day, we have pictures of the surface of Mars. Like, there's no way nobody knows what those were.
Yeah.
Somebody in the U.S. government has to know what those were. They just won't tell us.
No, my aunt, she has I think a nephew in the CIA or whatever.
Yeah.
He's in the American intelligence.
Yeah.
He's super in there, right? And he says stuff like, I can't tell you, because he can't tell her hardly anything.
Yeah.
But he was like, don't watch any of the news. It's all garbage.
Yeah.
The U.S. government knows everything that they say like 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah.
and he was also saying stuff like, like everything you see on YouTube is all trash.
Yeah.
Like they know so much.
That's
And
what I'm saying. Like,
he's so deep in that he only has 2 phone numbers that he can call, and that he has to select. It's either his mom or his aunt.
wow.
Right.
Like ever?
Like
He can't ever call anybody else?
Well, he's on the job.
Oh, well, he's on. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, from what my understanding is. Also, like, one time, I think his brother or someone was trying to call him, and they called, like, a few times, and it was, like, this whole thing happened.
Like, launch investigation?
Yeah, they were, like, some crazy stuff happened. And he had to, like, call his mom, be like, tell him to stop calling me, this is bad.
Jesus, that's wild.
No, so the government, they know so much more than they want to.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way we have pictures of the surface of Mars and we really just don't know. It's like, oh, I don't know, man. We shut it down. I don't know.
Yeah, you remember like the other year, like they came out with this like apparent UFO like.
Yeah.
That stuff was crazy. I actually looked into one of the videos, and apparently, it was like some guy leaked it like a decade earlier.
Oh wow.
Like he said that, and it was on this like alien hunting forum or whatever.
Yeah.
Back in like the late 2000s or early 2000s.
Yeah.
And he said he snuck onto this aircraft carrier where he worked, and he stole it from their database.
Oh wow.
There's multiple videos, and it's the same video that they released like only a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And he was saying, that it was like some UFO stuff. I don't know. It's crazy stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what it's called. So, interesting fact. Just back to train thing real quick. There was actually a movie released in 2022 called White Noise, and the plot of the movie starts. It's in Ohio. It takes place in Cleveland, or just outside of Cleveland, and it starts out by there's a train derailment, and the train blows up, and a bunch of chemicals get leaked in the air. And then, like, everything in a 100-mile radius just dies, and they have to, like, evacuate everybody, and there's this whole, like, disaster movie. But it starts with the train derailing in Ohio and chemicals being burned in the atmosphere. It's called White Noise. It was released last year.
Last year?
Yeah.
That's ironic.
Yeah, it really didn't age well at all.
That's crazy. I do be seeing, like, spiritual, like, YouTubers that were, like, everything that the government, or, like, that they plan to do, they put it in your face, and they put it in movies.
That's an interesting thought.
I don't think that was planned, though, the chemical thing. Because what purpose would that serve?
Well, that's what we're going to find out eventually.
Because, like, Biden avoided... Well, all the people in the administration avoided going to, like, Buttigieg.
Buttigieg?
He's in charge of the Department of Transportation. He only first got there, like, I think only a few days ago.
Yeah.
And Trump visited, like, last week.
Yeah.
So I feel like it doesn't make sense to me why they would want to do that when it just makes their administration look so bad. And then when all the news media, like, avoids covering it.
Yeah. That's the weirdest thing to me, is just it's got no coverage.
They're definitely avoiding it to protect the president, in my opinion.
I don't know why they're avoiding it, but
because I think it makes them look really bad.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like, the funny thing is, like, that happened, and before Biden went to, like, go and talk to people and acknowledge it, he went over to Poland to have his little conference thing.
Yeah.
To me, that was crazy. Like, we have a legitimate chemical burn in the nation, and you're going to Poland to talk about some stuff.
Talk about Ukraine, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And he was talking about how, like, everyone in America is flying the flag of Ukraine in front of their house. Like, bro.
That makes me mad.
Yeah, for real.
But, no, I mean, I don't know if it was planned or not, but I know that if it was planned, we won't know what the purpose was until it's already gone. Like, it's some really, like, deep conspiracy shit, but, like, if it was their plan, if they did that on purpose, then we're not going to know what the purpose was until the purpose happens.
And that purpose has to be some crazy, like...
Yeah, that'd be some really, really deep conspiracy type stuff.
Yeah.
That deep, I don't really get into, because I have a hard time believing that, you know, everybody at the top is just conspiring like that. I feel like somebody would say something.
No, something is conspiring, but I feel like it's not in that way. Like, I don't see that, like, when they conspire, I'd imagine.
I don't think it's that deep.
If someone's conspiring, it's to get a benefit in some way,
Yeah.
right? I don't see what the upside to leaking chemicals like that is.
Like, I don't know. That's the type of, that's where I draw the line, where it's like,
and even and if it were like the Republicans who did it to make the Democrats look bad, like then I imagine Democrats would like rush to go like, oh, let me.
yeah, you would think,
Right.
but
So-
nah.
What y'all think about like
I think it's just they're incompetent and
that
passive.
stuff? Did y'all ever see like how they were saying like COVID was planned and like that was like
I don't think it was planned, but I think it was a lot of neglect from the government, from the U.S. government, and from China. I think it was a mistake that they released it, because from what I've read, because I read a lot of stuff about it last year, and like when it first came out, it doesn't. I wouldn't imagine that they would release a virus that is unable to cripple everyone enough, and then they're not. You know what I mean? Like if they're developing a virus that is that supposed to cripple the human
I
population?
think they'd at least do it right.
Right, they do it more. It would be more deadly.
Yeah,
right?
something, or at least more like
the-
contagious or something.
the Black Death
Right.
type beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so bad that all the governments are collapsing,
Yeah,
or like they're able to expand territorially or in some way,
Anything.
right?
They would gain something.
But
it,
it's just
it
like
doesn't seem like they've gained that much.
Not really.
So I think maybe that was that could have been like a final plan for them. That's why they were developing it in the first place,
Yeah.
and then they mistakenly released it.
Yeah.
Because from what I heard, it was like some girl who's working there at the labs.
Yeah.
It was on her, and then she went to like a market, and that's
Oh,
how it
really?
started spreading. Yeah.
Huh.
She
How
worked
many-
at a chemical plant in Wuhan.
how many people do y'all know that died from COVID?
I know of one. I
I know
know
a few.
of two. I know of at least two.
I know at least one. My friend, do you remember Philip when he came to your play?
Whoa.
Yes.
Yeah, his dad died from COVID.
Really?
It's like
Yeah.
Wow.
He was an anesthesiologist, and he was working on a patient. This was in 2020, like around the time it first started.
Wow.
In like April or May, he caught it from a patient, and it was slowly killing up until like the end of the year in December.
Wow.
And he died, yeah.
That's crazy.
Because like the part that confused me was like I would like see on the news and like, oh, this many people died dead in the Tampa Bay area, and it's like, what? Like I haven't even like it just seems so unbelievable.
Yeah, it didn't seem real because it really didn't hit
It'd
us
be like-
at all.
It was like 10,000 deaths. I'm like, bro, huh?
It must have just been a lot of older people.
The thing about that is like you have to remember we live in an area like the Tampa Bay area has 3 million people.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day,
should
like
we say that we're in Tampa?
Bro,
I mean,
it's 3 million people, bro.
yeah, I don't know.
You're right.
But like, so 10,000 people in the Tampa Bay area is such a tiny percentage that like more likely than not you wouldn't see it.
Yeah.
You know, so like it's hard to say like it's not a lot of people because 10,000 people is a lot of people, but in the grand scheme of things, like no, there wasn't a giant impact from those 10,000 people,
Yeah.
which is like the really sad thing. Like that's
Well, and
where we're
also,
at right now.
If you look at the population that COVID was targeting, you know, it's a lot of older people. Like nursing
Yeah.
homes got hit.
Yeah.
Although, admittedly, it's not as bad as other places, but like.
Yeah.
But you know it's also crazy because my mom does work in like the nursing home field.
Yeah.
She never told me like about like people dying at the nursing homes or anything.
Really?
Like it wasn't crazy from like what I heard.
Well, yeah, I guess it is also just the 10,000 and 3 million. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I am biased to the fact of like believing it because like apparently I caught it like 3 times but I never got sick from it like ever.
What?
What do you mean?
Like apparently I had
Test-
COVID. Like I've tested positive like 3 times.
Really?
I never got sick from COVID.
Oh, I've heard about that. Like our neighbors behind us,
Yeah.
they and their baby all got COVID. 0 symptoms.
Weird.
0 symptoms.
So how do they know? How they take a
They
test?
had to take a test. They just found out. They're like, oh, we're quarantined, I guess.
Because my mom had to get tested for her job.
Oh yeah.
So I would also go and get tested, and I tested positive like 3 times throughout the 4 years?
That's actually crazy. No, I have a feeling that
Wow.
I had to have been positive at least once without symptoms. Because I know, like, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's weird.
I would just like to believe I'm built different. It's been 3 years. I've not had it once.
Your immune system's weird, so I believe that.
My immune system's I have the immune system of a rhinoceros, man. It's crazy. Like, I don't get allergies anymore. I don't get sick. I don't get nothing. I might get sick once a year, and it'll be like 2 days. And it's not even like real sick. It's just like I'm sniffly for a couple days.
Nah, I'm pissed. I was bragging about my immune system for like a year, and then I got absolutely shitted on at the beginning of this year. I was sick for like 3 months straight. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's like,
I remember that. Yeah.
I'm still like at the end of it. Like I like occasionally spit out mucus. It's so.
No, that was a terrifying time. Cause I'd be driving you around, and you're just like, and you like this giant ball of spit comes flying out. I'm like, bro, what?
Nah, it was so bad.
And I wasn't like.
It was the basketball court, right?
Huh?
It was when you drank the water.
Bro,
from the
that's
court.
when it all started. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Now I'm like paranoid to drink from water fountains. Or like the water bottle fillers at school.
Yeah.
I'm scared to drink out of those too.
Honestly, I wouldn't if you're not like the most confident in your immune system like I am. I know Mr. Murphy at one point said like, you know the little water bottle fillers at the top? I know Mr. Murphy said he saw either a freshman or a sophomore girl that went up to it and she was like her mouth was on it. She was like sucking on it while the water came out. She was like
What grade you said she was in?
I think she was like a freshman or a sophomore last year.
Oh, never mind.
It was oh wait a minute.
Nah, bro. Hey, last year though.
Oh, so she's what? Sophomore, junior?
Sophomore, junior. I give you 50-50.
Yeah, well, I am young for my grade.
Yeah, okay, buddy. You sound like I can't even say his name. You got super senior type energy right now.
No. Let me chill. That's crazy.
You sound like this.
I don't want to say his name.
Spooky blonde man.
I be thinking about that though. I be like, bro, it's like all these women out here, and you just choose like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I don't want to say I get it, but to a certain degree, I get it.
I guess they just don't think about it like that.
You have to be able to understand like their mindset and it all, and I only understand it because like. I have been there. I've been close to there for a very brief period in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta be careful on what I say. I've been close very, very shortly.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I need an explanation.
Like, okay, so like with God, I don't know how to say this without saying names. You remember the whole situation that made me get off Instagram?
Was it just
with that one girl, like that one girl? I don't think I ever told you about that actually.
Are you talking about the car bandit?
The car bandit?
The car bandit?
The car bandit.
Like
I don't know what you're saying, but no,
who are you talking about?
the one that the guy we used to be super close with.
Yeah,
the one that he's dating now.
No, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, so like, I reasonably should not have gone for that at all. But I very briefly considered it, very lightly, only because like I don't know, it's just a different place. I get where he's coming from, and I don't agree with it, and I don't condone it, and he should stop. But I get where it's coming from. It's like it's not coming from a place like you don't look at it the same way at all, you know.
No, I know he's been obviously looking at it differently because it's all perception.
Yeah.
You know, but there's no excuse for it though.
It's kind of how like,
and especially when everyone's telling you it's wrong, and then you go for it again and again.
See, that's the crazy thing, because at a certain point,
he's also trying to bring girls to his house.
Yeah.
Which he owns.
Yeah, no, that's the crazy. Like, at a certain point, like with
no morals.
With my situation, like if you had said to me like, hey, you should not be doing that, then I'd at least consider be like, hey, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. You know, but to go back and do it time and time again.
That's how you know it's like a mental
wild.
problem.
Like, yeah, that's a disorder at that point. So, I mean, like that's crazy stuff. We still haven't even said our names.
Should we say our names?
I thought so. Were you embarrassed by your name?
I don't know, man. You're talking about how we shouldn't be saying, like, you know, where we're from.
Well, I'm not trying to dox anybody else, but I don't care if people know where I'm from. What are they going to do? Hunt me down?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody want me like that.
So who's going first? Break the name ice.
I mean, Ethan already said my name.
Did I say your name?
You talked to me.
Okay, so we gotta match names to voices.
Names to voices. All right, this is my voice, and my name is James, and this is the sound of my voice.
I'm Ethan. That's me.
I'm Tellis. My voice may sound different because sometimes I raise my voice.
You a homie.
Sometimes I code switch, so I sound like a weirdo when I'm around them. And then sometimes I come through and I sound like a thug. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 50 minutes in. Introductions are done.
You said 50?
Yeah, we're 50 minutes in.
50 minutes in.
Do
That's
y'all know
crazy.
what code switching is?
No.
Code switching?
So it's like, when I'm around non-black people, my voice, the way I speak changes. I don't do it on purpose. It's just like a subconscious thing.
Mm.
And I only noticed it because I was watching the video that I recorded at what is that place called? Chick-fil-A. I was like, why am I talking like a weirdo? It's because I was around you guys.
He put his cracker voice on.
It was so weird. I don't know. But yeah.
No, I get that. I try to avoid doing that now. Because
Yeah.
I'll do this, like, not even like a black-white thing, just like I'll change how I talk to people based on how they are, you know? And it's a super, super bad habit of mine.
Yeah,
That
it's
like,
kind of like fucked up. Cause it's like,
yeah.
if you think somebody's a bitch, you'll talk to them like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. You'll have a different type of beat with them. I've been trying to get out of doing that, but like,
Yeah. It's like judging somebody like it's very subconscious though. Like it's crazy because you do it without even thinking about it.
I do it without thinking about it, and then I think about it, and I continue to do it. So like,
It's fucked up.
I mean, it's just the easiest way to do. Like, I don't know.
Like, what do you mean?
See,
Give me
'cause
an
I'm-
example. Give me an example.
Like I don't know, like with theater kids maybe. You know, I'll talk differently to them if I'm just hanging out with the theater kids.
Like
Like-
what's the example of conversation? Like, what do you mean you'll talk differently?
I don't know. I'll change the type of language I use. I'll
Like, you
change.
filter yourself. You curse less.
Yeah, and I'll change my accent just a little bit. I'll try to be more white.
Your tone may be different also.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Yeah,
You just switch it up.
Oh, well, yeah, but, you know, I do that to be more, like,
Respectful.
or, like, more approachable, I guess, because I want to be, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think it's a bad thing because I think no matter who I'm talking to, I keep my core personality intact.
Yeah.
But I do like adjust to the vibe. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah, that's
saying?
what it's about. It's like, you are the same, you're just, like, communicating it to them in a better way.
That's true. Yeah.
And because sometimes the groups of people may be more drastic, it may be a drastic change.
Yeah.
So it's like when I'm with my brother and my mom, I'm definitely not gonna talk the same as when I'm with, you know what I'm saying, people in theater.
Yeah.
I noticed my mom did it because like she was at my show what was that, last night?
Yeah.
And I'm like talking to her and I'm like, I was thinking to myself like, why is she talking so weird? I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it was weird.
Nah, your mom came out and told me to move the car because she had to go to work.
Yeah.
And like as I was driving away, I was thinking about it. I'm like, damn, there's no way she talks to Telus like that.
Yeah.
Like it was just funny. I'm like, I'm just doing my little lap to get out of her way. I'm like, damn, I'm like, she sounded really white, but I know that's not how she talks to Telus.
Nah, she's just trying to be nice. Yeah. Whenever my friends are around, she's like totally different person.
Yeah.
But I get it though.
I mean, yeah, it's a good skill to have as long as you're aware that you're doing it.
I'm the same, like when my mom's friends are around, I act different because I don't want to
Yeah.
like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's just like a soft skill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
It's
Yeah.
all it's about. It's about, because that's the way I always thought about it when I was like, you know, because I used to be super focused on how people perceive me.
Yeah.
So for me, it was always like, you know, I have to make sure people are perceiving me in a very specific light. I mean, my purposes were very different back then.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
I mean, at the bottom of the ninth, it's mirroring. You know. It's
It's bottom of the ninth.
the bottom of the ninth. At the end of the day, bottom of the ninth.
I don't like it though. Like I try to make sure that I'm not speaking to people objectively. Like when I'm talking, like when I'm having like a chill conversation, I'm trying to I try to make sure that subconsciously I'm not trying to make them perceive me in a certain way. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I don't want to.
Like, you're trying to be genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want you guys to think I'm smart because I only say stuff like that is like super calculated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like Ethan. We can't all be like that. That'd be boring.
It's hard though. Like it's super hard because I'm always analyzing like what was the purpose of me just saying that just now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, even now, like, am I saying this because I want y'all to think that I'm an open book? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so, I hate it. It's so dumb. It's like, alright, shut up now.
Anyways.
What's our time limit? What's our, like...
Probably an hour should be good.
An hour?
I gotta go soon, actually, for
You got work?
youth. Like a youth.
Imagine going to youth and being an atheist.
Whoa.
Now that actually is crazy.
It's
I'm just
no.
You
It's
might as
the
well just
people.
come to youth group with me.
It's the people. It's the people. I don't know
What
your
about
people.
the people?
I like the wow. Let me rephrase how I say that. The people I go to youth group with are like a family to me. They become like a family to me.
Okay, I can't be mad at that.
Just because part of it's just the amount of time I spend with them, and part of it's, you know, how I've grown with them over time. You know, because my big thing is like when I moved down here, right? I think I told both y'all like the situation I was in when I moved down here. I was living with my dad in a garage apartment. I didn't know anyone. I was in the middle of 7th grade. So everyone else already had their established friends and everything. You know, I had nothing.
Yeah.
And I went to that church. I went to that youth group. And they were just immediately like loving and they just immediately welcomed me. And so ever since, you know, they have a soft spot in my heart just because like they were there for me. So at the end of the day, like I love them for that because like it's a different type of connection, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, at the end of the day, like if it weren't for that, they aren't the type of people that I would hang out with. But just because of all the time we've had together, like I really enjoy hanging out with them.
That's how I feel like with like the theater program at our school.
Yeah.
It's like I probably wouldn't talk to a lot of them if we haven't like experienced so much.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of them where it's like it's not to that level. It's like it's whatever.
Yeah.
Like I could go I could not talk to you again and it wouldn't affect me.
Right.
But some of them, it's like they've done so much for me, or like we've been through so much.
Yeah.
Whereas like I genuinely have a connection with them.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, they'll always have a special place in your heart.
Yeah.
Like you can't replace that kind of thing.
That's why like I feel like I'm so. When we talk about the director in the theater, that's why I'm so like lenient towards her.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
like I know she genuinely cares about me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She doesn't just do stuff because like, oh, I need him for my shows.
Yeah.
I know it's deeper than that. So it's like that's why I'm so, you know, understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
What about you, Ethan? You got any friends?
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's just a joke.
I feel like I'm getting a lot of shade thrown at me.
That's cool.
Hey, maybe that's how it's gonna be.
Maybe it's how it's
That's just how it is today.
That's just how it is today.
It's easy to throw shade at you because you're such a strong personality.
What do you mean I have such a strong personality?
Because you do things in a certain way,
Yeah, I do think there's a very certain way.
and you insist that you do them that way. So it makes it really easy to make fun of you.
How are you gonna say that?
I swear you're borderline autistic.
Nah, bro, you keep going on about that.
I swear, bro.
No, he's trying to say that I'm influenced by society, and then he's also saying you do things in a very specific way. You know, like to change it.
You know.
Who's autistic, you or him?
No, he's trying to call me
Yeah.
autistic, bro.
I swear he'd be doing it. He'd be Rain Man sometimes.
Yo, I didn't know Fool's Gold. I didn't know Fool's Gold's sister.
Bro. Nah, you can't be saying Fool's Gold.
Why not? Bro, nobody's gonna know who we're talking about.
You crack me up, bro.
I didn't
Oh
know
my
Fool's Gold's
God.
sister was as old as she was.
Yeah.
Nah, she is, right?
She's crazy.
crazy.
She's about to age out too.
For real?
Oh yeah, it's like 25.
21.
No.
It's 21?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
21, bro.
Oh, I think it's 25 in Georgia.
25 is
Crazy.
25 is crazy.
What? I don't want to be going to high school with a 25-year-old. I'll be scared for my life, especially in Georgia,
they probably
especially in
changed it.
Atlanta. What?
They probably changed it though. It used to be, I think it used to be 25 in Georgia.
Bro, Atlanta, imagine getting to a
Atlanta.
25.
That's some Jump Street type shit.
You know,
That's-
You know,
nah.
when I was in 5th grade, I fought a
Master
12-year-old.
drug dealer.
fought a 12-year-old in 5th grade.
Yo, what?
The fight didn't finish, luckily, but I was
how old-
losing.
how
He
old
had
were
me
you?
mid-air.
Wait, you said you fought a 12th grader or 12-year-old?
A 12-year-old in 5th grade.
How old are you in 5th grade?
Like 10, 9, right?
Nah, 10-9 is like 3rd, 4th.
Because you're 14.
Because kindergarten starts at 7. So 7 plus 5
If you're
is 12. So yeah, that'd be on par.
12.
Yeah.
I think so. Because
No, cause
yeah,
no,
'cause
14 is like,
You're 14 in 9th grade.
yeah, you're 14 9th grade. That's what I'm saying.
my 7th grade I was 13.
You're 13 in 8th grade. You're 12 in.
Nah, you're
7th
13 in
grade.
8th grade. I was 13 in 7th grade.
Because you're older.
I am older.
So 12 in 7th grade, 11 in 5th grade, 10. Yeah, 10. But I was 10 or 9.
Okay, so he's 2
Okay.
years. So he had 2 years on you.
He was.
Dang, that's back then. That's crazy. That's like
Like when you're
That's-
younger, you gotta think like
that's 20% of your lifespan.
No, I know. I just it didn't connect the dots in my brain immediately.
Yeah. He had me midair, about to slam me, and the teacher walked around the corner. Yo,
That's some WWE type shit.
I'm talking about like, listen, I don't know what I did for God to love me so much.
That's crazy.
Bro, what
Wait, so what'd you do to get out?
No, bro, I didn't initiate the fight. He stole my dog tag, and I was like,
Oh
okay.
wow, that's
I was like,
a punishable offense.
I don't want to fight this guy, but now I have to fight.
You have to.
So
that stuff's so funny.
we started fighting. Like I punched him in the face, and then like we were like wrestling on the ground for a second, and then we got up, and then he ran in and like tackled me by like the legs, and he started to lift me, and then like the teacher ran up and was like he like bear hugged us like y'all stop this bro. I'm talking about like my savior.
That's wild.
But I don't even think my neck would be the same to this day.
Bro, have spinal cord damage.
No, like my development would
You'd be
to
4'8". You talking about how 5'9" is too short for
Tell
basketball?
us gambled.
Tell us gambled. No, but what were you saying about Fool's Gold Sister?
But yeah, it's just like she's pretty chill. Like I'm cool with Full Ghost Sister.
She's
I
alright.
think-
Is she even at the Needs still?
Yeah,
Is she?
kinda.
She was in last year's play. She did really.
She's in
good.
Fox. I know, like that's the part that
Is she
like
really?
She did really good in last year's play. Did you not go to?
What was it? That would have been
Addams Family.
Addams Family. No, definitely not.
that's the part that makes
she
me
did
so
really good.
mad.
Really?
Yeah, it was actually because I saw her there and it was impressive.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about her.
She's really
yeah.
musically inclined and really good.
Yeah.
Like the
Her whole family is.
So it's like
They're
it's
all super
annoying.
talented.
Like it annoys me that like her, because I think she has like Asperger's.
She's high functioning autistic.
Yeah. So it's like it annoys me that like that for her to be that talented, she has to be held back by that type of. Because I don't think she went to school for like 2 years.
No, I think
She was held back.
she was held back a couple
Twice.
times. Yeah.
It's crazy.
But yeah, no, it's crazy how some of that stuff works. Like the way talent like that gets distributed.
No, I know.
It kind of goes to show like you can't have everything. You know.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Well, the ones.
some stuff like that, like there's always a trade off. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
Which maybe that's fucked up to say. Like it was a trade off.
Well, I mean, if she didn't have that trade off, right? Like that's like what the crazy singers and all those people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those people rise like crazy.
Yeah.
And
No,
also
she has
you have to look
ton
at
of
her.
potential.
You have to look at her family as well.
Yeah.
Because I know, like for example, my family, we have the money to supplement our like what we want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like my youngest brother, like he has all the sound equipment. Like he made that beat. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that's because we provide him with all the stuff that he needs to make that
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
Her family.
She needs the talent,
Yeah, she needs those resources. Then they just don't.
and she has a ton of potential too. Like she's really good.
Yeah. No, like I told you, at the Adams Family, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was impressive.
Like
Did she sing?
you wouldn't
was
be able
good.
to tell.
She
You wouldn't
should've,
be able
yeah.
to tell that it was her.
Yeah, I only knew it was her because, like, obviously, I know her, right?
Yeah.
It was like.
If you met her and then like if you didn't know what she looked like, and then like you watched it,
Yeah.
you'd be like,
No, I've heard her sing before. It's crazy.
No, I wish I had, like, recorded or, like. I wish.
No, I know.
I would have to do something because that musical last year with the Adams Family was it was so good, bro.
Is it really that good?
It was
really good.
I'm not.
Maybe I
I'm
should've
not
gone to
even
see it.
kidding. It was better than like any of the movies I'd seen that year.
Yeah.
It was so
You
good.
be missing out, bro. You gotta come see the musicals, bro. You be missing out.
No, for real.
I was scared, bro.
So how'd you like
I
my
thought they'd
character
jump me.
Friday?
And I was sitting next to Allison's parents. It was so good.
Wow, I'm so sorry.
And that's how good it was. I was able to forget the horrible situation I was in.
I just name dropped again.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
We gotta come up with nicknames for everybody. It'd be fire.
Well, you know, these names are really common.
Yeah. It was a soft drop.
Stop. But
So
Your
you're-
ex's mom.
my ex's parents.
You're gonna edit this?
I think that gives also like some context. Ex's
Yeah,
parents. Yeah.
You're gonna edit this?
How hard is it to edit? I mean, we're keeping it mostly unedited, right?
We probably just need to
Yeah.
compress it some.
I think you just like get some type of like, I don't know, like what would we do to like cover? I think the beep would get annoying.
Well, this is what I was saying. Like, I think this could be like a test pilot. You know what I'm saying?
A test pilot?
Yeah.
You're gay.
We gotta do something with this. We just waste an hour of our
We
life.
gotta put it up. Put it on SoundCloud or something. I don't know.
SoundCloud pause. What?
I don't know. We gotta put it up.
Also, are we going with Clown Communication?
Yes.
We can change it in the future if we need to.
That's what I'm saying. Eventually we can rebrand if we get big enough.
We can use that picture then. We have a picture.
I don't know if it's copyrighted.
No, it has to be that picture, bro. I don't care.
There's a
What if
picture-
we remade that picture?
And they can't go after us if we're not making money, right? Because the picture just found on Google.
I don't know copyright law.
It doesn't matter. They're not gonna find us.
Send it to me.
I got you.
Oh, I also have to give y'all my new number.
You have a new number?
New number.
Yeah. Well,
Just text me in group chat.
because we have an iMessage group chat, so maybe I'll just
Is it Android?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't
That's what
like
I'm
your
saying.
number.
Like, it's like
It's
you'd
not
be able-
that
you'd be
serious,
able to,
bruh.
You'd be able to call me, but like just don't text me on it.
Yeah. I can do that.
You make like a new contact or something. Like,
Oh,
tell
the
us-
picture says clown to clown conversation.
I can change it. Let me see.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
send it to me. Send it to me. Send
It
it to me.
doesn't matter. We can still use that.
Bro, I was a bitch as a little kid.
I gotta take the shit.
I had game like crazy.
Whoa.
Worlds are different.
Yeah. Feels weird.
Yeah? You can see now?
Yeah. I noticed like.
Sometimes I forget. What were you saying?
Nah, go ahead. I don't even.
No, I interrupted you.
Anyways, so
No, don't interrupt him.
I don't know what I was gonna say.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I was gonna interrupt him.
Nah, I thought it was like lines on the keyboard, but then I noticed that there are circles that are opening up.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell at first.
I think he made it so like if you type it like there's a circle around it. No, he didn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I forget that you guys like you never experienced who I was before high school. Because those are some radically different times.
Mm.
Dang, you ever go through your gallery and you find pictures of your ex?
Yeah, bro. It's been all the time because my gallery is not that big.
So, okay.
I
Alright.
deleted a lot of them, but like there's like some that were like I can't delete this picture because I'm in it.
Yeah, exactly. You see, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's some pictures I have.
That is not rationale. No.
Because
There's some pictures I have of me and my ex where I look fly. And
So
I'm
you
like,
just-
nah, there's no
Okay,
way
so
to delete this picture.
Nah.
My first time going to Disney was with her. So I have some pictures like this is my first Disney experience flick.
Is it
You know what I'm
just you and her?
saying? Nah, there's like other stuff.
Then that's different.
Yeah, like my first ex, at our eighth grade graduation party.
Yeah.
The only picture I have of her on my phone. It's like me, her, and my other two friends, right? And that's like our whole friend group. So like I can't delete that photo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
I
okay.
get
And
that.
it's like the only photo I really have of myself in 8th grade.
Yeah.
So like,
That's our cue.
Is that cute?
it's
We just
okay.
went from hour to hour.
Yeah, we just went for our hour, you're right.
Hour.
What's our outro?
Nope.
Guys, thanks for listening.
Kill yourself.
Make sure
Nope,
you
nope,
like, subscribe, follow,
Nope.
hit the bell.
Share it to your friends.
I would love to vote for no outro.
No outro. We can like put like a song, like a song or something.
I like it
A
fade out.
song.
Yeah.
Like a little tune at the end.
A little
So you
tune.
get your brother to make something.
Do you want like a beat?
Yeah,
My
like,
brother has a ton of beats.
like a Yo.
Whoa.
Just let me rap on something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you should make something.
Yeah, while you're here, because we wanted to do this.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll stop the recording.